Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Sladek. Today I want to talk to you about specific lab testing. Some of the things that we look at that maybe you haven't had looked at. Most of you have had blood tests before, and you've had some blood tests recently. I'd like to take a look at them. You probably had your cholesterol tested. Let me tell you, cholesterol goes up and down based on other things that are going on in your body. So if you have a lot of inflammation in your body, your cholesterol is going to be high. If you have hypothyroidism, your cholesterol is going to be high. So your cholesterol responds to physiological changes in your body. But some of the specific things I look at to really get a baseline and maybe find out why you're not losing weight. First of all, the important one is thyroid. Thyroid and thyroid antibodies. Especially if you're a woman, you need to have this checked because if your thyroid runs your metabolism. If your thyroid's is hypo and running low, your metabolism's going to be low, and you're never going to lose a pound in this situation. So that's a very important one. The other thing is insulin, blood sugar, insulin resistance. If you are insulin resistant, again, insulin grabs a hold of blood sugar, puts it into the cell. If you're having trouble with that, you're going to have you're going to be storing more fat than you're burning. So that's another one we look at. Inflammation markers, C-reactive protein, homocysteine, uric acid. You know, those ones are markers of inflammation. And the latest studies show that inflammation is really the root cause of a lot of chronic health conditions. So looking at these inflammatory markers gives us a baseline of where you're at and where we need to get you moving. We also got to look at the liver. Okay, the liver is very important with gluconeogenesis, glycolysis. If you remember the Krebs cycle from school, that's where ATP is made. So a lot of important things happen in the liver. Got to look at your kidneys, make sure you're healthy, urinalysis, make sure there's no protein coming out in your urine. Cortisol. You know, cortisol we can check with salivary tests, your adrenal glands. When you're under a lot of stress, you release a lot of cortisol. Cortisol is a fat-storing hormone. So if cortisol's high, you're going to put on fat. If cortisol's high, you're going to crave sugar. If you crave sugar, you're going to lose your discipline, you're going to eat it. So you got to balance cortisol levels. You do that with saliva testing. The other thing that's important, food sensitivities. You know, you may be sensitive to whey, you may be sensitive to soy, you may be sensitive to gluten, to wheat, and you're eating these foods that cause inflammation in your body. So that's another area that's important because ultimately we want to make you healthy. So if you're putting things that your body doesn't like in your system, it's creating an unhealthy situation. And hormones, we want to make sure that your hormones are in balance. And there's another video on this site that goes over that. So those are the some important aspects of lab testing. Thanks.